Hello, back on the TikTok for a very quick 5-minute video on Macbeth and as a character on Macbeth as a character. So I've done a very long video on the play itself and a bit of context. I'm going to do a few short videos on the key characters to help you with your revision. So Macbeth as a character, a great word for you to be thinking about using is he is an eponymous character. Essentially, that is when a play or a film has the title that is the protagonist's name. So for example, Shrek is an eponymous film because Shrek is the protagonist. The film is called Shrek. Macbeth is an eponymous character because the film is called Macbeth. Now, Macbeth's characters around him and the choices he makes are really symbolic, and they embody the meaning that Shakespeare was trying to create through him. So you might remember that Macbeth was made just after the Gunpowder Plot. So he becomes a sort of deterrent for people watching the play. It's this idea of don't try and kill the king, don't interfere with the divine right, don't try and play God because all of this could potentially happen to you. Guilt could take over. Okay, now he's quite an interesting character because a lot of people question whether he is in fact a victim. So yes, he is the guy who committed the murders. He is the one who then starts to completely lose control and commit more murders. But if it wasn't for the four women's influence, then people could argue that maybe he wouldn't have committed those crimes in the first place. So then you have to think about this idea of, was it the temptress's fault? So we like to link the temptress to Eve, as in Adam and Eve, because it was Eve's fault that Adam ate the apple. Oh, women. Or was it the witch's fault? And during the 1600s, there was this huge fear of witches. The king himself, who would have gone to watch this play, wrote a book called Demonology, and he was terrified of witches. So then you've got to think, was it the witch's fault? Was it the evil temptress, aka Lady Macbeth's fault? Or was it, in fact, Macbeth's fault? Did he make all these decisions? Was he in control? Are you in control of your decisions, or does fate and destiny determine that? Essentially, Shakespeare probably wrote this with this idea of trying to warn people not to kill the king, not to play God, and equally be cautious of those influencing you around you, just like Guy Fawkes. Okay, so that's the meaning and the reason behind him, and I'm just going to quickly go over some key quotations that are nice and short and simple for you to remember.